What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Revmaster and today we are working on the mega truck. So the 5-ton that got stuck in the last video I posted was still out there when I left and got stuck on top of a palm frond tree, and I went out there and tried to pull him out. Look. Jade? No, it's done.
No, it's done.
Yeah. It's the same one you just fixed too.
Yeah.
So snatching on him like that, I broke another axle shaft, which I just went and picked up 2 more, and I broke something in the front of this transfer case. So right here you got the 4-wheel drive shifter and selector, and I broke something in there. It won't lock into 4-wheel drive no more. It kind of like pops out. So I broke something in there. Hopefully not too expensive. And then this diff is full of water, and it's a little loose. I don't know if you can see that water kind of dripping out, starting to drip out, but I imagine these pinion seals on the front and back are expired by far. We'll see how much water's in that front diff. We'll see how much water is in this rear diff. Pull out this rear axle, punch it through from the other side, and see what else I broke. We're trying to get this thing ready for hog waller. We got the turkey bog coming up, and we got New Year's at my local mud hole, Canaveral Groves. So let's see if we get this thing ready for these events. Keep this thing together. All right, so we got these 8 bolts on this axle. Pop that out. 8 bolts on the other side, and we're gonna use my special homemade little punch that'll punch out the broken axle shaft. All right, so all 8 bolts popped off. Let's give it a little hit. Oh my! Let's see if we pry this thing out. I think it's broke right here on the outside. Usually it breaks on the inside. Oh yeah. Here we go. Woo! Yeah. So there's one half of it. Oil don't look too bad. Could be better. Could be far worse though. All right, let's take that other side out and see if we punch this whole thing through. All right, so that's what a 2.5-ton axle shaft looks like. Supposed to look like. All one piece. So now get to go grab my special tool. All right, so here's the special tool. It's literally 2 pieces of 3/4 inch PVC. What I'm gonna do is gently shove it in there, feel around till we start getting to the other side where the axle shaft is, and then all I'm gonna do is hit it with a hammer and beat the broken half out this other side, so I can get the rest of this axle shaft out of there, and hopefully all the pieces come with it out of this hole. So it goes straight all the way through. Hopefully it's not too stuck inside there. Had that happen before. I had to take the whole top piece off and beat it out with a hammer, but hopefully this works. So let's see if I can get it to shoot out the other side. All right, so that axle shaft is stuck in there pretty good. My special tool didn't work out too well. It's too flimsy. I think I'm gonna have to get a metal pole or have to make something else to punch it through. Or I'll have to take this whole third member, this top piece off and get it out, which kind of sucks because that is heavy. So for that you'd have to take all these bolts off all the way around. You probably leave the brake on and then kind of just jack it up. Usually I run a winch through the hitch and then come around, go over that X, and it kind of just picks it up straight. So I think I'm gonna move on to the 4-wheel drive in the transfer case and at least get that part on order, because I already have a couple extra axle shafts for it, so this shouldn't be too big of a deal. With a big enough hammer and a metal piece of pole, I should be able to get the rest of this axle out. Shouldn't be too hard. Just the PVC wasn't cutting it, it was flexing. So let's move on to taking this front drive shaft off. We'll check this pinion when I got the actual drive shaft off, and we will check to see what broke inside this transfer case. All right, we got a drive shaft off. It's just 4 3/4 bolts. And then on the other side, you got the strap style for the U-joints. So, but yeah, pinion bearing. Definitely worn out. I pulled a lot of grass out from behind this, and I think that's what worn the seal out. It kind of just wraps around it. And I think it just wears out the seal. Lets a bunch of water in there and then ruins all the bearings. These axles stay underwater a lot of the day, especially when I'm out hitting stuff or get stuck. So it's easy for water to just get poured in there. So I'm pretty good about changing fluids. The back is definitely sealed good. I check it all the time and I never have to really change it, but the front, about after every event, I have to change it. It's usually slap full of water with some oil in it, so maybe these pinion seals have been going out for a while and just letting water in. So we'll get those ordered and changed out. All right, let's drain these diffs. Let's see how much water we get in here. Oh my. That's the fill plug. I usually overfill these, but not that much. So I know there's a lot of water in there. That's mostly water. Yep. Mostly water with just a tab of gear oil. It's got one ride on it. Still puking out. That thing must have been a slat full. Alright, here comes the bottom. Oh my. Spicy. I wish y'all could smell this. It is horrible. No metal at the bottom though. It is spicy though. About 2.5 gallons out of this 5-gallon bucket. So we'll let this drain overnight. Hopefully a lot of it comes out. If anything, I'll stick the hose in there and spray a lot of it out. So for this, I gotta beam this bolt out that holds this yoke on, and then it just looks like hex heads that hold all the way around this selector for 4-wheel drive. I'll probably take this off, make it a little easier. So let's get that. All right, I got all the hex bolts off. It's pretty easy. 10 4-wheel drive seems to hold 4-wheel drive like this, but I mean, my hand's not enough tension for what the truck actually puts out. But 2-wheel drive doesn't make any noise. No weird noises. So let's pop this thing off and see what's broken. All right, so there it is. So these splines look a little, see if they look a little chewed up. But I imagine the collar that this thing goes on. Let's check the collar out. This little collar, which will pop out. So I'm thinking it's messed up. Let's see. No, not really. It's got one little chipped. The rest looks okay. Alright, I got this case taken apart. None of the splines on the output shaft for the 4-wheel drive look messed up. There's really not that much metal in here that is broken up. The only problem I see is that little chip, which I doubt it's that. I doubt that's not allowing the 4-wheel drive to stay engaged. Shift fork's not bent, no burrs, no weird things on the pins. detent and spring was still in there. So let's see if I open up this other side of this case and see what's going on. Alright, so here we are at the back of the case. Got these 8 nuts beamed off. Gonna pop this case off. Alright, got the case open. Got the gears out. I mean, they look brand new. I mean, they are brand new, so nothing looks out of the ordinary. So I think something is messed up with the front half, because I spun this bull gear all the way around and everything was there. I mean, no missing teeth, no weird grooves. Yeah, nothing weird. Yeah, so nothing weird with these 2 gears. These are my quick change set. I believe is this one, and well, yeah, so I believe my quick change gear set is this one. This is the 5-to-1 ratio I have in there. So we got that one and that one on top, and then this one is what connects to the back side of the shaft and actually spins this bowl gear. But I am thinking that possibly this shaft is just worn out. I mean, it's the only thing I can see. Which shaft is I don't know, I think it's worn out. Kind of see, you kind of see how they are rounded off on the ends. So I guess that could be what's making it pop out. I'm gonna call it SCS in the morning and think what they say, see what they say about it. But it shouldn't be too hard to replace. Hopefully it's not too expensive. It would come out the back side. You would take the rest of this cover off. I'll show you. So that input shaft, output shaft would come out right here. So you'd take these 2 Allen bolts out, and then take these 6 bolts out, and that should be it. And then there's probably another snap ring in there, and then this whole thing would just slide out. So I'm hoping it's just that, something easy, because I'm lost. It's a pretty simple design. Pretty hard to mess up, but if anyone's gonna break it, it's gonna be me. So I'll order that shaft, give them a call, see what they think, see if they got some crazy idea of why it's slipping out, why it's popping out. But that's the only thing I can think of. Alright y'all, that's gonna be it. I'm gonna get some stuff on order, gonna make a tool, get this other axle shaft out the back. Gonna get pinion bearings and seals for the front. Hopefully that fixes my leak problem. And I am gonna get the input-output shaft for the SCS case, which looks to be pretty easy to swap out. Then all fresh new fluids for it. Get it ready for a turkey bog. Hog waller should be a good time. If you've never been, I think the tickets are already sold out. But next year, plan on going there. So if you see me on the trails, come say hi, like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Thank y'all for watching.